Peace and light. Light and peace, brothers and sisters. As promised, topic of discussion today is the locality of the ancient Israelite. We do have on the internet and on YouTube where a lot of, I would say, truth seekers and Christians, especially Hebrew Israelites, and they've been searching. Some of them know, some of them don't know, but they've been searching for the true locality of Israelites, of Israel. And one thing is not clear in some of the spiritual book is how do you determine that actual locality? Because unfortunately, when you read the book of Extra kind of like, give you some pointers, the Old Testament and stuff like that, but you don't get full clarity. So today's topic is just to use the OahspeCollegeUniversity to give a pin location and give the actual locality of the ancient Israelites, where they were actually located after they left the land of Egypt. So just to be clear, please do not send me your email or comment asking me that my information might be wrong. Please, if you see that your information is more authentic, please post a video or please post a comment and show me with clarity, with assurance, and with your evidence. I will not be responding to you if you're just using your opinion without showing me evidence, okay? So I just want it to be clear. This video about the locality of ancient Israel is not about trying to do a rebuttal against anybody's spirituality. This is just for me to clear up my mind. I personally also been curious about the locality of ancient Israel, what part of Africa were they actually located, because Africa is huge and humongous. And so the modern society, I don't know who did this, but back in the days, they coined Israel as the locality, which is not true. So I'm just gonna go to the OahspeCollegeUniversity for a minute and pull up certain verses that gave me the evidence to show clearly that the current locality of Israel is in this part of Africa. So again, please do not send me an email or comment. I will not be responding. If you have evidence against mine, that's not a problem. Post it, show me, then we could talk. Here we go. In the book of Akabon, chapter 19, verse 14. All the people shall hear and be afraid. Sober thought shall they take hold on the inhabitants of Palestine, and the nobles of Edom shall be amazed. Trembling shall take hold of the warriors of Moab, and the white men of Canaan shall melt away. Now, the book of Akabon, chapter 19, verse 14. This is right after the Israelites left Egypt. And this verse 14 from chapter 9, book of Akabon, is a song. Now, when I was searching OahspeCollegeUniversity, there was no further clarity. So, if they left Egypt and they saying the nobles of Edom shall be amazed, and the trembling shall take hold of the warriors of Moab. Moabs, we know clearly, were the descendants of Lot, who happened to be a close relationship of Abraham. Now, Canaan will be the Canaanites, right? So, but if they say the white man of the Canaan, that gives you a clue that this was in Africa. But what part of Africa was this? So in the book of Exodus chapter 43 verse 10, the book of Exodus chapter 43 verse 10, after that Moses and his remaining host descended to the earth, to Canaan. Again, they went to the Canaan, the land of the Canaan, Canaan. So again, after that, Moses and his remaining hosts descended to the earth, to Canaan, to the tribes of Israelites who had been raised up by Elias. And great was the meeting between Elias and Moses. The former broke down with emotion. He said, "All praise to you, O Jehovah. You have remembered me at last." Now, Moses was in heaven, and he went to the tribe or the land or the group of Canaanites. Again, remember this word, Canaanites. So we need to determine where is Cana. Yan means the people of Cana. So YAN represent people of Canaan or tribes of Canaan. Cana. The book of Exodus chapter 10 verse 2. Of Phaethus, there were 31,300,000 in Shinar. That would be China. 13,700,000 in Vinju. That will be in India. And finally, where I'm really going, 13,300,000 in Western Arabian. Again, it says Canaan. 6,200,000 in North Gutama, 8,100,000. So here we have it. The book of Ezra chapter 10 verse 2 is telling you there are portion of Phaethus who happen to be Canaanites. So here perhaps it describes that the Canaanites are the leftover of the Israelites, but the locality is where we need to determine. Now finally, in the Big Six Extra Bible, K21, which will be verse 21, in the year 1369 before Cosman, the Israelites began to marry with Canaanites who were under the control of Baal. So now we need to now determine. So we got Canaan, and Canaanites. Now, where in Africa do we have this evidence of this Canaan? We have this evidence today, clearly, without sugarcoating, in the land of South Africa, because the Canaan root existed. This is where they produce Cana. So, and we also have full evidence of this in Namibia. Okay? Now, we got some few evidence in Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Mozambique, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Zambia. But the real evidence of Cana root flourishing is in South Africa and Namibia. Now, Canaan is equal to Canaan, and Canaanite is equal to the Canaan. Now, in the book, in the basic extra of Bible, it says in the year 3269 before Cosman, that will be 1421 BCE. The Israelites marry with the Canaanite, and we do have evidence in the OahspeCollegeUniversity that clearly tells you that there was a back and forth within the Canaanite people and Israelite. So they were neighbors, okay? Now, in what part of Africa do we have this Canaan, and where is this land of Canaan where this exists? They all exist in all these areas I just mentioned: Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Mozambique, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Zambia, Namibia, and South Africa. But the original, the root, the full evidence of Canaan root exists in South Africa and Namibia. Now, all the way down from 1421 BCE all the way down to 496 BCE, when Ezra compiled his Bible, the Israelite actually did dwell in this ancient Israel in lower part of Africa. So, brothers and sisters, you find full evidence of Cana, and which was named after the Canaanite. And we do have evidence that Abraham was told to inherit the land of Canaan. So when the Israelites left Egypt, they came to the promised land. They came to what was promised, which happens to be today as Namibia, South Africa, and Botswana. This was the ancient locality of Israel, Namibia, South Africa, and Botswana. Now, people will say one thing here, and I want to be clear, right? That if you say your ancient Israel was Namibia, you are absolutely right. If you say it was South Africa, you are also absolutely right. Now, if you say Botswana was also ancient Israel, yes, you're right. Now, originally, South Africa was Namibia, South Africa, and Botswana. So you want to, when you look left to right, you could say South Africa was the ancient land of Israel, that the originally locality was the Israel. But you cannot say that Botswana, I take that back. You cannot say that the ancient Jerusalem was in Botswana. And you cannot say that the ancient Jerusalem was in South Africa. So the original locality of Jerusalem, where Yahshua, which people want to call Joshua, Yeshua, with people in England call Jesus today, the Jerusalem that he was hanging out, preaching, talking was Namibia. So here you have it, brothers and sisters. The original locality of Jerusalem is in Namibia today, and the ancient Israel was between Namibia and South Africa. Between South Africa and Namibia, that was your ancient Israel that the Israelites moved to when they were living in Egypt, and they landed in the current country of Namibia, South Africa, and Botswana. This was the ancient territory of Israel. And it clearly shows you in red in this map that this was the ancient locality of Israel. Now, the ancient locality of Jerusalem and Nazareth was the country today, Namibia. So, brothers and sisters, here you have it. Using the OahspeCollegeUniversity to fine-tune the exact locality based on the Canaan route, because there's full evidence of them. You having the Canaan route in South Africa and Namibia. Namibia takes the entire score. Namibia was your ancient Jerusalem and Nazareth, and this is where Moses was, this is where Joshua grew up in Jerusalem, which is the current Namibia. Ladies and gentlemen, here you have it. Ancient Israelites found and decoded to be in Namibia, South Africa, and Botswana today. However, the ancient Jerusalem, Nazareth is in the current country of Namibia. Bye-bye now. Until the next video, please do your research. Here you have it, using the OahspeCollegeUniversity to do a fine-tune and showing evidence without sugarcoating your Canaan route, who is currently located in South Africa and Namibia. Ancient Jerusalem is located in Namibia. Light and peace, brothers and sisters.